Ryan.
And I'm Jenny. Welcome to the Insider Show.
We're giving you the inside tips to become a successful homeowner.
Let's go inside.
I'm going to fully disclose to everyone we're in the middle of construction downstairs, but I have a question for you, Jenny. What should we do with this big of a room? How should we decorate it? What are some good colors? What do you suggest?
Good question, Ryan. But I would say for a large room like this, it's smart to do neutral colors on the walls and hardwood floors. It's appealing to the eye when people walk in, and it's something potential buyers look for. In a room this large, though, with these vaulted ceilings, you could get away with doing one dark wall if you wanted, because it adds a lot of contrast to the room and gives it a little bit different dimension. That's what I would do. So Ryan, somebody that's buying a home that has a basement, what would you suggest they do if they see watermarks along the walls of the basement?
There's a few things you can do. First thing you want to do is have someone come out and properly inspect it to make sure that those leaks aren't something that's affecting the foundation and going to further damage the actual property. One of the things you can have to do installed into the property is going to be a drain tile. It's not too expensive, but just something that if you can put it in, it can prevent further damage and prevent the seepage from coming through and really hurting a lot of your material in that property as well as any personal items in the property. So along with the drain tile, one of the things that cause seepage if you don't have a sub pump properly installed, especially if you're buying a bank-owned property, the electricity can be turned off and the sub pump could be off completely. And that could just be the problem which causing the seepage or what look like watermarks along the wall. So it could be a quick fix, but it's always good to know if it's something that's going to cost you a lot of money, so this way you don't get hit down the road.
Great information. Thanks so much, Ryan. So Ryan, something everybody wants to know is what would you suggest putting down for a down payment?
It's a good question. It really depends on what your current financial situation is. The most favorable first-time home buyer loan is going to be your FHA loan, which only requires a 3.5% down payment. This is a very popular loan, has very good rates. Most of the time they're fixed rates, and you don't have to worry about paying a whole lot of closing costs for that loan. You also still have conventional financing if you have a higher credit score, which is still only a 5% down payment. You do have to pay the monthly mortgage insurance because you don't have 20% into the program. If you do have enough financial stability, first-time home buyer or an investor or maybe a second-time home buyer, to put a 20% down payment into the transaction, it's always recommended. That way you can avoid any additional monthly mortgage insurance costs. That's my recommendation, but you need to look and see what you're financially capable for.
Great, thanks a lot, Ryan. So Ryan, another question is, with a bank-owned property, are there any risks besides the major repairs that need to be done to buying a property like that?
Well, there's always certain risks, but one thing you need to be aware of, especially as a first-time home buyer and as an owner-occupied buyer, are the potential for the taxes to increase because of the homeowner's exemption. Without filing a homeowner's exemption properly, what can happen is your taxes within the first year can significantly increase because an investor, or the bank in this case, owned the property prior to. That can affect your monthly payment. It can also take a lot of money out of your pocket even if you don't have an escrow payment set up with your monthlies. So what you need to do is make sure you file that homeowner's exemption as soon as possible to avoid any sort of risk, not just right away, but within that first year, to not have any payment shock or be out of a lot of money.
Okay, great information. Thank you.